Peace, love, and light. Healing through inspiration. Probably I'll start the video off like that. But believe it or not, I am awake. Like, wake. I've been up. Crazy is that, I've been wanting to, you got the feeling where you got so much to say, but you don't know how to say it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what to say first, I should say. But one of the things is that I wanted to say is that I remember, I don't know, this freaking loud ass bullshit. I can hear it. It's loud. It's been loud probably from them over there. But anyways, I'm gonna still say what I gotta say. Okay, it's off for now. But so look, check this out. I remember staying in the same room my biological father. I used to be burning sage, to cleanse the negative energy. Just I was at the narcissistic job, and I used to work at Starbucks. And as I would burn the sage, let me clean this camera. As I used to burn the sage, he saw that he always have a problem, always have an issue. Like the smoke alarm would go off, and I cut it off. As soon as it would be, he'd be like, "That's what I'm talking about. You always got that sage." You know what I'm saying? You want to burn something? Always one of the reason to come. I'm like, nigga, it just beep. Like, shut up. Get the frick out of here. He said, "He's freaking tired of that bitch ass Negro." I was burning the sage, to cleanse the negative energy, and but and I noticed that sage is real. This is something too. This is real. Like, if you don't believe in the sage per se, but it's like this. When I remember burning the sage around a room, I was walking different parts across the room, and as I remember getting towards him with the sage, burning it, and I just felt a solid black, evil, solid negative energy over him. And it was like it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away. I could feel it on him. I could feel it. And I could tell he was uncomfortable by the sage. I could tell but it was like a solid black feeling. And black means evil. Look up the etymology of the word black. It was a solid black figurine energy on him. It wasn't going away. The sage can cleanse it, but it was just like, ugh. Swear to God. Party. And I remember another time I was burning sage. And when I had burned the sage, I was burning sage around different parts of the room, and I think he had walked out the bathroom. The man had walked out the bathroom, and as I was burning sage by the doorways, whatever, and burned by the doorway of the bathroom. I wasn't directly there yet, but I was outside of there, or I was by it, close by it. And when he got out the bathroom and he saw I was burning sage, this male power walked like he was running not far away from the sage. He didn't want to be exposed. Because that sage is some real powerful stuff. Spiritual, what they call spirituality, is some powerful stuff. When you're dealing with energies, it's some powerful stuff. Because we know the narcissist is a coward. I don't care less how loud they scream or tough. Because they never fight somebody their own size. Never. Never. This man took off power walking. I'm like, and I could see that because of the sage. And I'm like, this man here. And you know, the narcissists at the same time, they want to be you. So when they want to be you, what does this male do? He comes with little incense sticks, and he burning them, and he's burning them, walking around doing the same thing I did. I'm like, nigga, what the frick? You are the evil energy. You are the evil energy. So what the frick you burning this, trying to act like you spiritual, or you on some cleansingness or something? Like, shut the frick up, you bum ass bitch. Like, you have no in-depthness, no inner in-depthness, nigga, to life. You're not an accountable being. You haven't done any work on yourself. You haven't gone into nature. Maybe I have to do another video on that. But they don't go into nature. They're not nature people. They're not natural people. And if they do try to pose to some, it's something that they saw and they stole. Something they saw, an image of somebody else, and try to act like they did it. Like I was talking to the sister, because the sister, she said, because we're health coaches. This was when we used to go to the grocery store with him. We were at Myers. It's a grocery store in Michigan. I know they're not in every state in the United States, but hey. So we went there, and with checkout, I was talking to the sister, and sister, she was talking about how she wanted to lose weight, this and that. I said, "Oh yeah, girl, you get with me." I was just telling her like, "Hey, what you need?" Because she was looking at groceries with all groceries. Because that's another thing. A narcissist, he always wanted me to come to pick out all the food, whatever, like the healthy stuff or whatnot. Because this nigga didn't eat healthy. This nigga didn't eat healthy at all. And he's like, oh, he's like, oh, he always used to want me to come and pick it out and do that, pick out. And so, and because he wants company, the narcissist hates being alone. So he's like, okay, when I was talking to the sister, telling her, whatever, because she said she wanted to lose weight, I was telling her what to eat, whatever. And I think she said, oh, she wanted to switch out for potatoes. And I said, oh, yeah, because she likes potatoes. I'm like, oh, yeah, she wanted to switch out for potatoes. You could just, instead of potatoes, use butternut squash. And she said, oh, wow, really? Something like, it was just, I think that was one of the things she said, but that's just what it is. It was something pertaining towards that because, I talked to her more than once. But it has been some time. So then, and I was telling her too, and I was just like, yeah. And then I was talking, and then all of a sudden, the narcissist, my biological father, he jumps in the conversation. He's like, oh, yeah, you just got to eat real natural, real natural stuff, eat natural, stuff. I'm like, this nigga's trying to intervene, butt in a conversation that wasn't about him or to him. I'm like, nigga, you don't even eat natural. Like, you don't even eat natural. So how dare you tell somebody to eat natural? Like, I'm like, nigga, shut. And this nigga kept intervening, trying to cut up. And then he was, she was talking about the meat, because she was trying to break away from the meat. And I was telling her, and I would think I was something to the man, and I remember discussion had to do pertaining towards meat, like was a deer. It had to be pertaining towards deer or whatever. And not that she ate there, but I was talking to her about nature, as far as, I think it might have been that deer, the deer eat berries and whatnot. But regardless, we're gonna go with that. And